How does the lighting and music change how you experience a movie? In this video, we'll explore this topic in the movie Hot Fuzz and dive deeper into how the movie uses sound direction, lighting, and foreshadowing to tell its story and how it delves into the horror genre. When Nicholas first enters the hotel, it is dark with harsh lighting coming from the top of the screen. Harsh lighting is used to show conflict and upsetting emotions as Nicholas is struggling with moving to Sanford. The music also stops after he enters. Only after Nicholas starts walking forward, distorted, old-timey music starts to play. The camera pans to an old lady at the reception desk quoting biblical remarks. This is not only unexpected, but biblical themes are also a very popular part of the horror genre. When Nicholas responds to the woman and tells her that he's always been there, she apologizes and tells Nicholas that she thought he was her husband. After giving Nicholas his room key, the receptionist calls him a fascist. Nicholas is obviously taken aback by this remark and asks what she means by that. She quickly retracts her statement and tells him that she is doing a crossword. Nicholas corrects her and tells her that the word is fascism.
Oh, I see. It's fascism.
Fascism. Wonderful. Now we've put you in the castle suite. Bernard will escort you up there.
Well, actually, I could probably make my own way up. Hag.
I beg your pardon?
Evil old woman considered frightful.
This sets up the relationship for how he is treated and how he interacts with the citizens of Sanford. If you haven't seen the movie, that's fine. This is just a little segment to explain the spots that have been missed. The NWA, or the Neighborhood Watch Association, are a group run by most of the residents in Sanford to keep an eye on Sanford and to keep the neighborhood safe. Another thing to note is that the movie follows a murder mystery plotline with 5 victims throughout the movie. These victims are the actor, Martin Blower, Martin Blower's co-star and mistress, Eve Draper, George Merchant, a man with a house that broke the rules of the NWA, saying that it didn't follow their rustic aesthetic, the journalists Tim Messenger and Leslie Tiller, who was a part of the NWA and killed for her disloyalty for wanting to move away. Nicholas starts to uncover who may have killed these people, blaming the owner of the local supermarket, Simon Skinner. After Nicholas's failed attempt to uncover the truth of these murders, he changes his mind, and Nicholas intently researches the death of these people, finding out that it may have been multiple people committing the crimes. He tells this to Frank Butterman, the chief of police, and the father of Nicholas's best friend, Danny, and he tells him to take it easy and to rest, and that if Nicholas still believed that these were in fact murders, and that it was a group of people committing them, that they would investigate them the next day. Nicholas was then attacked in his sleep by a worker for Simon Skinner, the trolley boy at the supermarket called Michael Armstrong. Nicholas fights him off and finds a walkie-talkie with Simon Skinner on the other end, telling him to meet at the castle now that Nicholas had been dealt with. This then leads us into the next scene where I'll be analysing Nicholas and covering the truth about the NWA. At the start of this scene, Nicholas is in darkness with only the soft light of the moon as he walks undetected towards the castle. As Nicholas watches the NWA as they hold their torches under their chins like children do when telling scary stories. I believe this could be a hint towards how the NWA's motives are childish, killing people because they went against what they believed was best for Sanford. This scene also makes references to nearly every single character in the movie, showing how they innocently interacted with Nicholas as he uncovered their crimes. This also shows that Nicholas was right in what he believed, even though he was shot down by Frank Butterman, one of the people he trusted the most. As Nicholas watches the NWA discuss how they will cover up his death, Nicholas stands under a lamp while the NWA is shrouded in darkness with only the soft moonlight and their harsh flashlights. This shows the divide between him and the NWA.
How can this be for the greater good? Shut it! These people died for no reason whatsoever!
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Hello, Nicholas. I was like you once. I believed in the immutable word of the law. That is, until the night Mrs. Butterman was taken from me. You see, no one loves Sanford more than her. She was head of the Women's Institute, chair of the Floral Committee. When they started the Village of the Year contest, she worked around the clock. I've never seen such dedication. On the eve of the adjudicator's arrival, some travellers moved into Callahan Park. Before you could say gypsy scum, we were knee-deep in dog-muck thieving kids and crusty jugglers.
Crusty jugglers.
We lost the title, and Irene lost her mind. She drove her Datsun Cherry into Sanford Gorge. From that moment on, I swore that I would do her proud, and whatever the cost, we would make Sanford great again.
So this doesn't make any sense.
The adjudicators arrive tomorrow. We had to get everything ready.
Are you saying this is all about winning the Best Village Award?
This is the best village, Nicholas. You've seen the people. They're happy. Contented.
They're living in a dream world.
Sergeant Popwell thought much the same as you. I'm disappointed you can't see the bigger picture.
Well, I'm happy to disappoint you, sir. And I'm afraid you're going to have to come with me. You are all going to have to come with me.
No, Nicholas. I'm afraid it is you who is going to have to come with us.
Daddy, no.
Just when Frank appears, the lighting changes again, showing the NWA and Nicholas in darkness, showing how Frank views his actions and how he sees Nicholas as a nuisance, getting in the way of his plans. After, the lighting reverts as Frank explains his ties to the group, and this symbolizes the trust that Nicholas had in Frank, and Nicholas's reaction and realization, which is the darkness. You can also notice that Frank is shown with the association in the background, showing them as a collective, but when Frank tells Nicholas that he has to come with us, it is only shown Frank on the screen, which symbolizes his selfishness towards his actions, but how he twists the power of being a police officer and his wife's death into a reason for his actions. At the end of the scene, Michael and Danny appear to take Nicholas away, in which Nicholas is covered in light and Danny is shown in darkness. This follows the theme of Nicholas being a saint, but also shows the contrast that even his best friend was seemingly in the plot too. Throughout the film, Danny is shown as a happy-go-lucky cop, enamored in Nicholas's skill, and seems to be oblivious to any foul play throughout the movie, saying that they were all just horrible accidents, which seems to be an engraved mentality by the NWA to cover up their crimes. This part of the scene is very important, especially after Nicholas told Danny all of his thoughts about how the deaths throughout the movie were linked. The lighting also really helps push the disbelief towards the viewer as the darkness covers Danny's face, which is a common trope in character design to show evil characters as we associate shadows and darkness with bad intent.